Oh God, this lady. Um, she sparked uproar online with her Israel trip because she mentioned on social media she's going to Israel, and she lost over 14,000 Instagram followers in less than 12 hours. I'm like, well, goddamn, I wasn't following her to begin with, so she ain't losing me. Tiffany Haddish said she's in Israel to observe for herself what's going on in Gaza, and she actually got choked up defending herself against her harshest critics. The actress comedian appeared on TMZ Live Wednesday, all the way from Israel. I ain't calling it that. Telling her how her visit is already educating her on the war in the Middle East. She's full of shit and opening her eyes beyond what she's read in the news and seen online. Well, first of all, if she's talking about what she read on the news, you only got a one-sided account of what's going on, which is basically Israel good, Palestine bad. That's basically the what the media, the Western media particularly, has been spinning about this. And if she really wanted to know about what's going on over in Israel, what she could have did, she didn't even need to leave. You could have stayed in California. You know how many damn Muslims live in LA? I lived in Los Angeles. So she could have probably, if you don't know no Palestinians, you better find somebody who do. You could have had them come over to your house. Y'all could have had a conversation. You need to go all the way to fucking Israel, which they're not gonna give you the true tea. They're not gonna give you the full story on what's really going on over there. Like you could have had a conversation with Amanda Seals. That's somebody who's black, unless, now because Tiffany Haddish done dyed her hair blonde, she don't think she a black woman no more. Um, and so you could have hit up Amanda Seals. You could have talked to so many other. You could talk to some philosophers. You could talk to a whole bunch of other people. Bart Lamont Hill. You could have hit him up and had a conversation. If you really want to talk to people about what's going on, maybe you could have sent you an actress. You could have hit up Melissa Barrera. She could have fed you in on what's going on over there, especially with her having to endure all the foolishness that she's having to endure. But the fact of the matter was, she trying to do all this to troll, to guess be funny. And the fact of the matter is, you trying to get in the good graces of damn white people so you can get you a fucking job. That's basically what she doing. So, miss me with this bullshit. I'm not surprised at what's going on over here with her and with that mess. And um, what has she learned? She says that folks were dragged from their homes and taken hostage during the October 7th Hamas attack. Not just that, but she explains how people were killed and kidnapped at a music festival, noting that while hundreds of hostages have been released, hundreds more still remain in captivity. So um she's learned all the things that of course has gone on in Israel. But bitch, did you learn anything about the outweigation of what's going on with the 30,000 Palestinians that have been dead versus the hundreds that were killed over in Israel? And I'm not trying to diminish one thing from another because murder is murder. I don't like any kind of genocide of anybody. I don't care who it is. We're going to talk about Israel. We could talk about Palestine. We could talk about the Congo because a lot of y'all be overlooking the black genocides too. So it shouldn't only just be about what's affecting the you fucking Crane and some goddamn Israel. Why is it that America only gets excited when it comes to like white people being wiped out? Because y'all are becoming the minority and the Latino community is becoming the majority in the next couple of years, as we've learned from statistics. So in some ways, I don't really like talking about politics and stuff too much, but when it comes with this type of stuff, I feel like people need to open their eyes and educate. And I feel like we're at a point now in our lives where all the things that we have been taught growing up, now that social media exists, all the things that we've been taught and that has been trickled down, not only just with what's going on with this whole situation, but religion. Especially when you're a gay person that's grown up and you have people telling you all this stuff about religion, and then you start to truly learn what religion was, the true foundation and the origin of religion and why it was created to keep the minds of people enslaved, particularly black folks. But you can't. But no, I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna just keep it at that part. Same thing with this whole thing with Israel and the whole Hamas war. I've had friends of mine who call like, I don't say anything because I really don't want to. I don't know. Not I really don't want to know. I don't know much about it, which I didn't either until I started taking the time to watch a lot of TikTok videos, which I noticed a lot of pro-Israel people are upset about, but I don't understand why, because it's like I want to learn both sides. What went on in Israel? What's the true thing of what's going on in Gaza, and what Netanyahu genocidal maniac ass is doing to them people over there? So when you start to unpack and learn the things, then you learn it. But y'all, some of y'all just want to say certain things because you don't want to lose your job in Hollywood, and that's what this trip was pretty much giving me. She don't want to lose her job. Whereas you get people that show you the true sides, like a Melissa Barrera and so many others, they get shadow banned and blackballed, which is basically what Meta's doing when you talk anything about the Israel Hamas war. People are getting shadow banned over this. So it's like every now and again, I gotta remember the people that I go to or people losing their jobs over speaking out about it. So I have to sometimes go over to those pages because they don't pop up in my feed when I'm scrolling through. Just as a reminder, are they posted anything about that? You know, TikTok was the one place where you had to go when you were getting the information, but I think in certain places they're getting shadow banned and out there as well. So um, people should have a right to say and speak what things they are. And luckily, I am friends with people on social media who really point out not only what's going on over there, but America's involvement in a lot of those things. So Tiffany is an idiot, per usual. Um, and I do, and she said that she's gonna find her husband over there. Well, hopefully she does, and she keep her ass there because we don't want her ass back in America. And take Amy Schumer, fat housewife looking ass with you.